I'm back. Yep. What I watched? Two or three, live streams today. After I was on today, on Forrest Fenn stuff and treasure hunting stuff, and of course, sounds like the call was, in on some privileged information and won some contest. Everybody, guy's a poop head anyhow. But I am utterly shocked at the ignorance of the other vloggers. Oh, gee, I've told them about David Jennings Brown. Oh, maybe 40 times, and they still can't make the tie that this guy had $1.3 million in bronze, and Forrest Fenn was probably the nearest bronze dealer to him. That wouldn't mean anything. And I've, nailed down, I tell him over and over and over again, says right before the poem, that this poem will lead you to the end of my rainbow and the treasure. So the end of my rainbow is an important, very important. You're not only looking for his treasure, you're looking for the end of his rainbow, dummies. And if you're gonna look for the end of the rainbow, when I say dummies, I'm talking the other vloggers that totally ignore it. Plato says that ignorance is the root and stem of all evil. And all they can mention about me is, oh, Bill said double blazes to the call, or Bill. None of the important stuff I found. The Redford, Robert Redford, okay? If you find a rusted out Ford, what color is it? Red. I've got the rusted out Ford out here in my shed, and it's got a 50 caliber hole in the nose. He said, I took a 50 cal to the nose. If anybody has any brains in their head, knows that when you're sitting in that pilot seat in that airplane, you cannot see the nose of your airplane. And I'm sure he couldn't see it when he hit the ejection seat and went boom, shot out of there. No way he's seeing a 50 cal notice. Oh, I saw a 50 caliber hole as I was ejecting from the plane. Yeah. You got to be dumb to believe. So just saying there was a 50 caliber nose hole in the nose, he wasn't referring to the airplane. He's referring to that Ford was in the word wood, WOOD. Like somebody took a lawnmower and lawn mowed out the word wood on their lawn, except this is a forest. And that Model A Cal, the red Ford Model A Cal, had a 50 caliber hole in the D of the word wood. That's insignificant to somebody that's ignorant. Okay? They're ignorant. I really don't like ignorant people. Especially when they're ignorant to what I've put out. I put this information out, and they're still ignorant to it. And we don't have anybody in the Forrest Fenn hunt important enough to talk to, so we're going to go off to talk to people that are, vlogging on the Oak Island thing. Guy's got a hole. I've seen more impressive stuff in a dog poop hole in my neighbor's backyard, than what the Oak Island guys find. They're in there for the money. They're not there for getting that treasure. They're there for the money coming from the TV series. I remember back in like 95, they were saying how it's like $400,000 an episode for a TV series. They make on, that's what they pay the people that make the series. So So these people making this series are bringing in all kinds of money. And as long as they keep, oh, what are we going to play this week? What are we going to have him do to pretend and all? I'm on a real treasure hunt, and I found real stuff. I got people saying the stuff I found is the remnants of Atlantis. Other vloggers that are in the archaeology thing are onto that. But idiots in the treasure hunt, there's a lot of idiots in the treasure hunt that know nothing about treasure hunting, know nothing about archaeology, know nothing about writing books, know nothing about how publishers. I finally got a hold of my publisher, and they're sending me a $120 check. But it has nothing to do with Forrest Fenn stuff. But I have 2 books published. Yeah. Hey Mitzi. How you doing? Yeah, there's a Mitzi in my single RVer group. That's not you, is it? But I'm trying to get the point across that there's a lot of ignorance in these groups. Bill Gorman don't know jack shit, but he's got the model. He's got the Buffalo Cowboy car. He knows where the Homer Brown is. He knows what No Place for the Meek is. I got the whole slew of stuff. And not one of those things have been discussed on by these other vloggers. Not one of them has brought up. Look at the amazing things Bill Gorman has found. And I know stuff that I won't tell you because I know some things going on in the background. And I won't tell you because I don't want to get Forrest upset or anything, exposing some of the background thing going on, I don't want to upset Forrest over that by revealing some details on, people, some other people that have never, ever been brought up on the Forrest Fed community, people who Forrest knows. And if you go to Douglas Preston's page on Facebook, how many people does he allow to post stuff to his page? And why does he like the pictures that I post? Because he knows. He knows what he's like, oh, that's great. I love it. But these people on their vlogs and all aren't paying attention. They don't even watch my stuff. That's why they haven't brought up the stuff I bring up. They haven't even watched they maybe watched 5 minutes of one video somewhere, or heard me cuss out DeCall Thomas, tell him double blazes. And that's still up for DeCall because he never apologized for accusing me of harming children. DeCall Thomas is a pedophile as far as I'm concerned because he can't apologize for making false accusations about me. That gives me free reign to make all the false accusations I want to about him. They poop. Yeah, they poop. Flush, they poop. Yeah, I think those 2 in Vegas are probably there's more to it. He's going to go salamander hunting. Yeah, he's got a lousy salamander. Forrest didn't say, I wish I could find a salamander with a Clovis point in his ribs. And I found the mammoth with the Clovis point in his ribs. That's the other ignorant thing about the other vloggers. Yeah, Preston knows. And, if the treasure isn't found, or reported as contest over, within a month or so after Forrest dies, then Forrest knows his name would be, people would write about him. He claimed he hid a treasure. Nobody ever found it. His name is Mud. Duh, it was already Mud. Fenn means muddy bog. A muddy bog, mud in the forest. Forest mud. So I'm not calling him mud. It's just a fact that that's what the word Fenn means. It means a muddy bog. Not going to be brought up on Cowling's page. None of them are going to bring that up because they don't watch my videos. A cameo. A cameo where? Nobody wants me on their show because I'll call them out for their fakeness. You know, you got people making thousands of dollars. Thousands of dollars. They made thousands of dollars on one freaking coin. I've got all the solutions here. I ain't made a freaking cent. I've bought posters. I've given them away. I haven't really sold any of them, other than a couple of donations I've gotten. Thank you, Jason. And stuff like that, you know. I've given them to people that help me out and stuff that are good fans. I've given a few away. And I had the little contest. I gave a few away, and somebody told me, "Oh, we're gonna promote you and put up and get you to art exposition and show your art and have limited editions, and we're gonna set up your website for all that." And never heard from him again. You know, what am I supposed to think of people like that? Shitheads. Shitheads, roly-poly shitheads. That's from Fish Heads, actually. Some people are old enough to remember the Fish Heads song. Some people aren't old enough to remember Captain Kangaroo. Some people aren't old enough to remember the Little Rascals in our gang, and the Three Stooges, and I'm kind of surprised that Forrest's daughters didn't know who Clark Gable was. I knew who Clark Gable was, and his daughters are my age. You know, I knew who Clark Gable was, and I met Gene Kelly, the famous guy in Dancing in the Rain, and you know, I met him, and I met the other guy. He died not long ago, Jerry Van Dyke. I met him at the same place at the county fair. Yeah, well, we know some things about Clark Gable. Some things about him are places I wouldn't go. I'm not going to bring that up. But, yeah. I mean, at least I'm a decent guy, heterosexual. You know, somebody joke around about some homosexual acts or something. Stay away from me, buddy, because I don't trust you. You're not my type, you know. Now you go see the dentist in 2 days, get that fixed, and some of the others. Crowns that have fallen out. I got to stop playing with my arrowheads because I don't want to break them. But I bought this thing. It's supposed to be a laser engraver. No light comes out of the freaking laser. It goes like it's, but there's no light coming out of that laser. And the Chinese, oh, can you send us video of it not working? Yes, I sent you a video of it not working. Your thing is garbage. And on top of it, I ordered the 2,000 watt and this is checked here. The 1,000 watt one is checked, and the first the zero after the one is changed to a 5. So it's a 1,500 watt they sent me when I clearly bought it a 2,000 watt one. And since I've learned there's a 3,000 watt one, it costs $40 more. But I also read about the new one has a improved. A lot of these electronics, like I got a Bluetooth speaker, and you charge it with a micro USB, just like the Android phone. And the speaker got bumped. The USB connector inside the speaker broke off. Just snapped right off. So it's no good piece of shit. You try and solder a wire onto it, and all the waters. I mean, I don't have micro soldering equipment, you know. Oh, and then I decided to buy the National Geographic's Helix 2.0 to, so that I could, just see what my ancestors are. If there's any, I know who my ancestors are, but see how much of the Native American blood shows up, and it'll tell you how much Neanderthal you are and stuff like that. I don't know if it'll tell you how much Nibiruan you are, but anyhow, so I get, I pay for the thing. It comes in the mail, and I'm going through reading all the instructions. Okay, and then download Helix 2.0 or Geno 2.0, so whatever it was, from the Apple Store. I don't have an Apple. I have an Android. It's only on Apple. Some moronic, stupid, retarded, idiot, jackoff at National Geographic Helix decide we don't need an Android app. Everybody has Apple. That's how retarded the liberal left is. Everybody has an Apple. Everybody that's a liberal has an Apple, that's for sure. In Michigan, yeah. I'm not, I don't know of the ones in Michigan. My family, my Gormans came from Pennsylvania. They went to Wisconsin from there. Or they went up to New York, near Rome, New York. And then they went to Wisconsin. We're in the Civil War and stuff. My great-great-grandfather, he got shot through the left shoulder with a 58 caliber mini ball. Heard somebody on a treasure hunt. Oh, this is a 60. No, mini balls are 58 caliber. Sorry, JD, but they're 58 caliber. And it went through, shattered his left arm. It entered his left shoulder, and it came out from his right shoulder. Big old bullet. Bigger than the machine gun on the aircraft carrier, okay? Bigger than that bullet. But it went clean through him, from one side to the other. Missed his breathing, his major arteries, his spine, everything in his neck got missed. Miracle for that, And 3 days later, a general found him out in the field, and he says, "If you give me your hand, I'll help you up, soldier." He says, "Go to hell, I'll get myself up." And so he spent a year in a Memphis hospital, survived gangrene, and then he was discharged in 1865. And I have a picture of him with the guy while he was in the Civil War. I think the picture was taken near St. Louis or something along. He was on the Mississippi, the Western Front of the Civil War. And the guy in the picture with him got killed, but he ended up marrying that guy's first cousin, who was the great-granddaughter of Colonel James Rogers and General Ethan Allen. So I got some real revolutionary blood, the man, the myth, And who's the guy in the grave? Uh-huh. Zeus. I have apple like margaritas. You don't like mine. Yeah. Jack likes margaritas. Ask K-Pro or you know. I don't think she's really paid any attention to my solution, my videos, my solve, things that I've brought up. We got a nice deck of cards, but um, you know, and Forrest told somebody something. Forrest, it's major announcement. Forrest told me if I was still in the business, I would like to handle your art. That's quote. I put quotes on that. Okay? He doesn't tell that to somebody that doesn't have something that he recognizes as good art, or he recognizes it as this is my treasure. The poem says his trove to seek. If your opinion is wrong, laugh out loud. We the generation and the dude lived. No problem. We the generation. I go jump in a lake. My great-great-grandfather lived to be 86. And I have the medical report from the Civil War. So, you calling me a liar? Go out back and sit on your sprinkler and then have your wife turn the garden hose on, okay? Jeez, you need your ass cleaned out. Grave, not me, I hope. Did 5 S's. Nicely done. Your opinion is wrong, hardly. Can I excuse me a minute? Oh. We're gonna fix this guy up. We the generations. Remove. There we go. We put him in timeout, at least. Send me an email if you got a complaint, dude. I'll keep putting you in timeout. You can pop up again. Don't message me while I'm streaming. I mean, don't send me. Yeah, I have a lot more than that too. I've got his pile of airplanes, the double blazes next to the pile of airplanes. You turn the double blazes upside down, and it's cow udders, cow teats, and cats. If you turn a picture of that upside down. And what did he say he had to do when he ejected from his plane? I had to get 3 pictures. And he got his 3 pictures. So, have I not turned in the right 3 pictures, Forrest? He said he said there's 40 of them. I said, well, but he says, so you found it, but there's 40 of them, right? There's more than 40 of them. And I'm sending more than 40 and all that. And worth the cold. It's the cold shoulder waiting for him. He covets things. They don't bring that up either in other vloggers. They don't bring up that Forrest Fenn covets things. I've given things to my wife that I still consider mine. You don't think that treasure's a little more important than the things he's given, the small things he talks about that he's given his wife? And he's given things to his granddaughter, but she can't have it until both him and Peggy have passed. That's how a will works. You're right. I bequeath title to my car to my grandson Shiloh. I bequeath title to the treasure chest to the greatest treasure hunter of modern time, Bill Gorman. And if you won the contest, you can't collect the prize until he's finished with it, because he covets that. It belongs to him, and you got to pry it from his cold, dead hands. He was talking about the username, your opinion is wrong. I'm sorry, David. I didn't know that's you. It didn't say David Kramer. It was somebody pooping on my solutions, as far as I know. I didn't know it's David. I wouldn't mind having, I've asked, if David, if you send me an email, wobbyeagle@gmail.com, I'll give you my phone number, and we can talk when it's not online, because I got some things that I won't mention on here, but I'll mention it to somebody I can trust. So yeah, you missed the chat. This is David Kramer. He was talking about the username. Your opinion is wrong. Is there a username? Your opinion is wrong? I don't see that. We generate. I don't. Oh, there. Quarter size hole. You opened up in bandages so you can see. It's amazing. Sorry, David. I didn't know that was you. If you change your usernames and all that. I don't know. I had new people throwing shit at me every day. So, damn, yeah. I didn't mean to do that to David. And it was only a timeout, so he should be, and that's the other thing. Well, David, Sean is only a few miles away from my area, and I've said, hey, Sean, get a hold of me. I'll give you a tour of the solution, and you can see that this is not you're the most hunters on this treasure think that you can go right to it because of the comment he made to the guy at Good Morning America, whatever. I don't want to go start my generator, so I'll turn the computer off for now. And Jack, he knows when the computer signal made that sound, it's saying the battery is low. I'm going to turn off soon if you don't get some AC power on soon. And Jack knows that when that comes on, I'm going to go out and start the generator. And he's heading for the door. He wants to go out. Be careful, that David guy. Yeah, and I'm wondering if Sean and David are just government operatives. The CIA trying to learn where it is. But Forrest knows that nobody's going to stumble on it because it's in a safe place. Doug Preston lives more than 8.25 miles north of Santa Fe. And there's the Denver Museum of Nature and Science. I don't know. David says you're wrong. Yeah. Yeah, I don't either, but sometimes you wonder if they're just using you and getting your information and using it somewhere else. Time traveling has been chasing historical stories in a time you would like to be future reading on their stories. MIB, Men in Black. Hey, everyone is wrong but me. Yeah. people post things about stuff that's really irrelevant to me, but it's like, good idea, good thought. I give them a thumbs up, you know? I don't go pooping on their lawn or something. And then wrong moniker name. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, David, some of them guys over there, you know that Northern Orlando theme park? Yeah. Some guys are following me from there on my Twitter, you know what they do over there at that other park. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I haven't heard. Somebody told me about the stuff in Australia that they have the film thing or whatever they were looking for people, but when I tried looking, I couldn't find any link to contact them or anything, and it's like, oh, we're not going to share this information with Bill Gorman. Did you ever come back here? I was in Florida 2014. My brother lives in Jacksonville, drives a truck. We the generations anytime. Yeah, I was just house sitting for a Army colonel, a retired Army colonel. It's the same on you. What'd she say? But then some. Well, it must have been something up higher up. Where is it? I don't see everything. I try and keep up. I try and keep on with a train of thought of what I'm talking about. Everyone is wrong but me. No. Oh, that's what. Yeah. You're not right. You got everybody has some good ideas, but I mean, I've seen these vloggers get excited about one confirmation, and you're looking at a guy that has 100 confirmation overload, and they still going by, oh, Bill Gorman thought yeah, because what I found was an early, and see, my son brought it up, I seen it. I seen the pair of legs, and it looked like a guy reaching into the roots of a giant. It's the biggest tree in that forest, and in the roots of the tree was a rock shaped like a fish, and a rock shaped like the treasure, with a fishing line hanging right there. And I've climbed through there, so the fishing line ain't there no more. You probably will find it just because I'm sure have. Nobody's going to find the chest. They're going to earn it. Forrest said you have to earn it. And I'm working on my book. I closed my computer, but I could have shown a few pages of my book that I'm working on. And the thing, wow. I got so many pictures. It's like, which ones do I put in there? Which ones do I leave out? But I got my bumper stickers. I got in the back window of Mammoth Temples of Colorado. I show it to locals here and there. Oh, I got to see that. Where is that? Yes, I see the elephants are plain and clear. Though that's one other thing. My friends that I was house sitting for, he's got a friend that's a BLM geologist that he's going to refer me to, or show them my bumpers, some of my pictures, and tell, it's right in her neighborhood. Your opinion is wrong. That's the username sounds competitive. Your opinion is wrong. My opinion's right. Nobody's convinced me. Nobody can convince me I'm wrong, because they don't know all that I've found out here. So a couple, it wasn't Jason. Jason one. Who was it that came? One of my fans came up, visited me. I showed a couple people some of this, and they're like, "Wow, wow, wow!" And I think the one guy I showed some stuff. He took a job in China, so I don't have to worry about him. Kyle who? Kyle? Sam? Yeah, the thing about Kyle has said bad things about Forrest and stuff that I don't go there. I'm never going to say nothing bad about Forrest, not intentional, not meaningly, you know. When I say his name's Forrest Mud, that's just because the fact that if you look up the word Fen, in the dictionary, it means a muddy bog. So his name's already Mud. So how can it get any worse? I really like that little arrowhead. That's a cool one. Yeah. I got to get some sticks because, you know, I got to have, and people don't realize before the year, 400 AD, something around there, the American bow and arrow wasn't invented yet. I say the American, but you know, the TV show, the documentary I saw on TV said that the bow and arrow wasn't invented till the year 400 AD. That's why you know all you find is spear points. They're all spear points, you know. So, but you watch the movie 300. How many arrows are? What were they using to shoot those arrows a mile up in the sky and they all rained down on the enemy? Yeah. Okay, so that's before 400 AD, obviously. If it's, you know, back then, you know, the days of Darius, and it says that my great great grandfather who was shot all the way through, his middle name was Darius. He joined the Grand Army of the Republic when he was 15 as a fife play. He played the fife, and the eagle loved to hear Yankee Doodle. And so I've got a movie script I'm working on that. My friends down, my producer friend in Florida, if you're watching, I got a great script started. I need some help with it. About the eagle going to war, because my family was in it, and I got the diary of one of the other soldiers, and so I know what happened day by day, and but like they were given free, you know, at a farm. They found an apple orchard. They're all eating apples. You know what happens if you eat too many apples or peaches or pears? That fiber, you know, it'll make NASA proud of you. The car, the poop. Yeah, the poop. I think I only I don't have people blocked on my YouTube because apparently if you block somebody on YouTube, it just makes it so you can't see them. They still post on your stuff and all that, but you can't see them. You know, and it's like, no, I still want to see this idiot. If he's putting on my when I block somebody YouTube, I don't want them seeing my videos. And YouTube takes it the total opposite. They don't want you seeing that they're seeing your videos. You know? And that's why I tell the people at YouTube, double blazes to the corporation. Yeah, and it's still got, this arrowhead, or spear point. That's a big one. And my knife that Forrest identified as a uh, Pueblo Indian knife that's from 1150 to, why? It's the same age as his treasure chest. 1150 to, why does he give the same age? And he, like the Moses statue, cost him $350. The bracelet is worth $350. $350 is a number for Forrest there. That what was it that cost him 300? Did you state you figured out the title of the poem? I don't think I said I figured out the title of the poem. I don't think I did. The title of the poem's The Thrill of the Chase, I would think. That's the other thing. That stuff's right. The final clue to where the treasure is. Somebody said it's on the title page and stuff like that. It's right here. Right there. A muddy bog in the forest. That's what you're looking for. The like Easter Island statue in the muddy bog, and subtle hints. People don't get subtle hints. Subtle means any direct reference can't be used. It's things that are similar, like this, subtle. He had a hairy chest, or, it's a subtle. You're looking for something mossy, maybe, or hairy, or, but when he says Madison River, it's not it's not on the Madison River, Has he mentioned the Rio? And does he really consider all branches of a river or something that river, or, because it has other names in the title of that river, it's not the same river. It's a tributary. I do not, although that could be the poem shrugs. Sorry, someone started that yesterday. The $1 Million Highway could be priced at an inch. Yeah. Now, if you're looking for his ball of string, try the Silver Thread Highway. Okay. So that's one thing, these other vloggers don't get this little, oh man, that's a brilliant piece of information. Yeah. Silver Thread Highway even makes a big old mega. Go look up there. I haven't looked up there yet, but if it ain't where I'm looking, then I'll eventually be there, because it's all in the same, because you got to end up back where you started somehow. And so am I going to go all the way around? I'm hoping it's right here where I'm pretty sure, where he was sleeping at his desk. Teacher caught him sleeping. He was dreaming of Captain Kidd and the treasure on the Treasure Island, or what? Treasure Island's another movie, but Gardner Island he used, because if he said Treasure Island, that would not be subtle. When he says Captain Kidd and Gardner's Island, that's subtle. It's like Gardner's Island, but it's not Gardner's Island. What's the other pirate movie? Treasure Island with Long John Silver, not Captain Kidd, you know? And Long John Silver says, from his nose to his toes, points the way to the treasure. Well, I got this Forrest Fenn up to his ears in mud, and if I'm going to look for his toes, I'm going to have to go down. So he didn't want to say it's buried, but it might be. It could just be underneath some of the recent stuff that has fallen in there and washed down the hill over it. And, because if it's on that uphill side of that, yeah, things could have washed down and covered it, and animals walking over it. And when I went there, I looked, you know, because everybody's looking for this thing to be out in the open. It's obviously not, or it would have been found already. It is, if he didn't cover it, it's been covered by, he said it was covered by a natural process. We don't know if that was the snow back then. This thing's been going and it hadn't been scrolling on me. We generations, thought the two, down, was going through with it. Oh, yeah, you know, Electric Avenue. Down Electric Avenue. Hoy! Yeah, I remember Electric Avenue, about 1983, 84. I had that idea when I started. The other thing that I brought up, and you know, if nobody else, if the other vloggers, I suggested to do a video about what would be different in your life if Forrest Fenn didn't make it out of the jungle on December 20th, 1968. Can anybody do math? Can the other vloggers do math? And you realize what anniversary this is? Can you do the math? 1968 to 2018. Is that not a milestone? Atlantic Avenue, U.S. News, main drag. When I was in the Navy, we'd go to downtown San Diego, and we'd tease the hookers. You know, make them think we're interested, and then just when we'd drive off. You know, that's because we were like 18, you know. And yeah, there's some really. I've never had to pay for sex. What if someone? But I've been paid for it. I've been given a dinner for it. So those huge people. Yeah, 76. I was there. Yep, that's when I was in the Navy in 76. 50. Yeah, you got it, Rob. 50th anniversary of Forrest being shot down. If he didn't make it out of the jungle, I wouldn't be on here talking to you right now. I'd be on my RV thing going back and forth cross country still. I'm still here in Colorado. I wanted to go down to Arizona after Christmas. Yeah, I know. Yep. And but now I got a dentist appointment Tuesday, and they're going to make appointments in January. I want to get out of the cold. Why couldn't they make me the appointments when I asked for them last year in summer? You know? Oh, no. And now the VA, we're getting the appointment here and there. And the VA, the doctor said, we're going to refer you over to Dr. So-and-so over here at the local hospital. She's, you know, hematologist, endocrinologist, and oncologist, and all that stuff, you know, because I got some problem with my bone marrow and my blood. My bones hurt, you know. And my primary care, it's nothing. She's a nurse practitioner, not even a specialist. Didn't do any other tests. Oh, it's nothing. Nah, don't worry about it. My niece had bone cancer. You know, it runs in the family stuff. The blood tests, when I looked them up, there's something that indicates that could be leukemia even. But no, we're not going to verify that it isn't. You know, hey, I want to know for sure. I don't want no. Oh, I don't think so. You know, this is one of them doctors that can look at. Oh, you're just perfectly fine. Get out of here. You know, no, I don't take that. I do my own research, and you got to be your own doctor, or they'll just let you die. Getting worse. Yeah, Trump was supposed to have made it better. My doctor ordered those referrals November 5th, and they called me up Friday, 4:45 p.m. After they called me Monday and told me we got you a appointment with the doctor your doctor referred you to. or we're gonna, they're gonna make you an appointment there and stuff. They called me up Friday, we don't have one within 86 miles of you. It's like, you better check over your notes and send me to the one that my doctor referred me to that you told me you could send me to on Monday. Why is that doctor denying me care? Or why are the VA denying me care? Does anybody know a good lawyer? I need a good lawyer. I pay corporations for insurance. Yeah, and I think they made it now. You can go get a lawyer outside. You know, if you want to sue the VA, you got to file a claim with them and all. I made a claim with them, and we'd like to talk to you about your claim. And you call them back, and you get a fax machine screaming at you. They won't even. You can't even. And if you call anybody else, they just give you the runaround. Oh, talk to this person, talk to them. Still, nothing's been done. The doctor referred me on November 5th. I don't have one appointment set yet out of 3 referrals: orthopedic, hematology, and oh gosh, I can't even remember the third. Oh yeah, the spelunkers. That's why it's unpleasant. Yeah, the camera up the no live stream there, buddy. That was a little dark. But I'm still. Tammy, stop messaging me, please. Come into the. I'm getting personal, messenger stuff popping up on my screen, and I can't read what's under it. But I'm sure all those anthrax shots. Yeah. They. The only time I got a vaccine, I said, okay, give me. Back in '95, I got a flu shot, and ever since then, my health has gone to shit. Because of something that people that you can't sue put in your vaccine, and they didn't tell you about. And then the VA doctor looks at me, hey, Dr. Johns, come over here, take a look at this. They looked at me, oh, wow. Don't tell you a damn thing of what they saw. Because they know what it is. The doctor in Florida told me, are you sure you want to know what you have? Yes, I want to know what I have so I can be treated for it, you asshole. God. People think it's that my health is their privileged information. I'll go down there and bring my spears next time, you know? Electric Avenue in 82. Yep, top of your head, like that. Yep, yep. Yeah, I know one. Well, there's hanging out at the Galleria and gallery. It was Confetti's in Dallas. I was hanging out there and at the place in Grapevine. There was a place with the frogs on the roof. Dallas. I lived there. I was working for Sprint. Yeah, I get tired of. I got all those issues, and trying to keep myself alive. There, I take all the A, B, C, B. I got to inject, but the A, C, D, E, zinc, and zinc helps with the bladder. I agree. Doctors have no responsibility to their patients because we are not just consumers. Yeah, you can't even sue your doctors anymore. They do whatever they want. They killed my dad. The doctors in Kaiser in California, when they had him all ready for surgery, they turned on the heart-lung machine. Oops, it's in reverse. His heart blew up like a balloon and sent the contents of the filter of the machine into his lungs and destroyed his lungs. So he was sedated for 6 months, and they sent him home to die. That's exactly what happened. He had an oxygen machine in his house. It was so made so that there was a sign out front, no smoking. Within, you couldn't smoke near his house because of that oxygen. Oh shit, I'm doomed for this year. Yeah. The VA is gone downhill. Jason, you're. But now, see, I got spina bifida. I was born with it. And if you're born with spina bifida, and your parent is a veteran, you're entitled to health care at the VA without being a veteran. And I'm sure it's probably more health care than I'm getting. And it's because they expose these soldiers of previous to stuff that caused that. I trust doctors. Yeah. I bought insurance, dental insurance, last year, 2017, in summer. And they said, okay, and there's only one place in this whole valley that you can go. And when I went there, I tried calling them. They wouldn't answer their phone. You leave a message, they wouldn't call back. So I went down there. And I said, I have this insurance, and they say that you cover their patients, and they refused. They say, oh, well, we'll check with them and see if you're covered, and then we'll give you a call back and make you an appointment. Never heard from them again. You can't call them, and you got to drive down there 40 miles. And so I called the insurance company. I said, I want my money back. I bought insurance that I'm not allowed to, that your little office you sent me to wouldn't let me have. But, yeah, so I get back on the Forrest Fenn thing. I don't mean to get sidetracked. I'm trying to take care of things, and it seems the shit just keeps getting piled up on deeper and deeper on me. Buy junk, get stuff in the mail, junk. I ordered Christmas gifts for my grandkids and whatever from this company. They sent two items of 7 I ordered 7 different things. They mailed 2 of them and posted on eBay. Delivered? No, you didn't deliver it. You delivered part of it, and I want the rest of it. And they give me a tracking number for FedEx. FedEx doesn't even show. They ordered a tracking label, and that's it. So there's, yeah. And that dentist I went down to, it was like, I'm the only non-Hispanic here. White people aren't allowed to see the dentist there. So I've got to make arrangements. I got to go see one that I got to pay for everything. No insurance. They don't take insurance, you know. Yeah, the government's a lying sack. It's worthless. I've got where is it? I got it here. Oh well, I'm not gonna look for it. I had put some of my own fillings in, and they look just like the dentist did it. It works great. You can buy the filling stuff on eBay. You bought a box, mix it up like it says, and then when it's thick enough, stick it in there with use a toothpick. But I use a little diamond file to, clean up first and put it on there, and nice and smooth there now. So, and the dentist will probably ask me about that when I see him in a couple days. I don't know if they're even going to do anything. I think they're taking a picture. They're doing a all the way around picture. A home dentistry, yeah. Yeah, because really that's just an art. Making dentures and things is an art. I was going to take my partial and I got the plastic beads that you melt to make, and then you can get the Dremel, fine tune it. That fits good. Maybe the Army goes on. It's not the USN. I saw that I didn't see the fresh bread from the officer's bakery while on board an appointment. My son was an Army cook, so he was a Special Forces cook. So he'd know what goes in the food. And when I go to his, he cooks. He's doing making all the meals, and bite down on the stick while we pull this tooth. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I've tried. I tried when the crowns fell off. I tried getting what was left. No, it's too painful to do without painkillers. If I had painkillers, I'd put a freaking Easy Out in there. They don't steal this shit in the Navy. Yeah, where are you going to hide it? On the ship? Yeah, fresh bread, slice it up and butter it. Okay. Yeah, we don't want to talk about the military and butter. No. My dad used to tell me about the old Navy ships. The toilet was there was a bunch of seats along a wall, and there was a trough, and water would scoop up on the front of the boat and run through the trough, and everybody would, and it goes, poof, just goes right out the back end of the boat. But but the guy up in the front, he'd grab a wad of toilet paper and light it on fire and throw it down there and watch, everybody pop up as it goes down the, woo! My dad had some great stories. And you know how people we went to the Air Force to ask them about the flying saucers, and they said they don't have any information on it. This is a Navy. Who builds ships? Who would build spaceships? Boom. Why did Trump start a space force? Because there was already one. Hey, just go down to Cocoa Beach. Go south on the highway past Patrick. Space Command. It's already there. There's already an Air Force. It's already a Space Command. That base, watch it become one of the first Space Force bases. It's going to be Patrick. I'll bet you turns into U.S. Space Force instead of U.S. Air Force. And so would Moffett out in California and some of them places out there. Area 51 already part of it. Yeah, okay, it's an hour. I kind of got way off subject. But the thing is, I have confirmation overload, and it's no bias at all. Zero bias, 100% confirmation overload. And they don't want to believe me. That's why they don't believe. We don't want to, oh man, that would screw up our whole fake operation over here. If we admitted it, Bill Gorman knows quite a bit. and Forrest, if he's watching, he knows I know some things that I don't bring up. Doug Preston, he told me that he said the codex, there's clues right on the cover of the codex. Pyramid. Ancient ruins. Thoth tablets. The Egyptian god, his tablets were found under a South American pyramid. However many tablets of Thoth, and there's a whole story, and it's he's like he's also known as Horus and things like that. He's reincarnated all the time. The bottom middle picture was 17 fish and 3 fish attacked on each other. The right of the fish that make an asterisk. Do you see it? Yeah, and you got to overlay that. Go Google Earth, and you take the Denver Museum of Nature and Science, rotate it so the west is up. Okay? And take that page, those two pages, and put it over to compare it to what you see. Those two pages, the frames around the pictures are the architecture of that building. He said he was an architect. I got to run up to Denver. IMAX. Yeah. Oh, is it going to be an IMAX movie? Is somebody following me around making an IMAX movie? Yeah, that's the one that... Okay. So, yeah, you can take his... I guess you got to go by... He couldn't put... even that's like his bank would go, if he left something in a bank vault or whatever, he took the IOU down to the bank, and he said the bank might not be there now. Well, that museum might not be there in that much time. But he did something to work around that so that, I don't know, Troy had the thing about the proxy, looking for a note in a soda can or something, a proxy item that you would use to collect the treasure. But my theory is the archaeology is the proxy item. All his stories on the canyon walls, the teacher standing there with her book, Forrest, are you sleeping? You know, and the pile of airplanes, and there's a big eagle head up on the side of the hill, and there's just so much there that people haven't seen what I've seen. Check out the book and look at the hidden asterisks on 220. About okay, I'll open it up and look since it's requested. And the fishnet. Is there an asterisk in the fishnet? Yellowstone Park, 1942. How fuzzy. I can't see through that. Hidden asterisks. Is there a dark spot in the tail? I don't know what that is. Is that a rock or what? I don't know. I don't see a plain and clear asterisk. But I do see a rock like somebody laying there. And there's letters or something written across it, or are those plants? I can't tell if there's writing up on the above the net between the rocks and the fish, or what. And there's some antlers in there. Is that an antler at the? So you got fish and antlers and fish net. We used to catch like 30-pound fish out in San Francisco Bay, striped bass, and had fish and chips at home. Fish and chips and mercury. That probably didn't help me health-wise either. Three fishing poles attached on one another. Oh, okay. Oh, there it was. Oh, that's what that is there. It's a fishing pole standing up there. Or it's laying there. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see that. And then that's the IMAX. Huh? I got my computer off. I can't open it up and look. But I got some ideas about that. I won't bring them up until I go there and look. But isn't there more than one IMAX theater there? And it can't be hidden in the theater. What are we supposed to find there? I don't know. It could be in the basement there. They put everything in the basement. But I think that it's more likely the treasures that old, what was it, 35 Plymouth or whatever that he had, that he recently acquired or whatever. It's in the, I'm thinking it's in the trunk of the Plymouth. If it's a proxy thing that's going to be collected after, through his will, he'll grant title in his will. That is, they haven't brought that up. Titles are given away in the will. Okay. If that's not an important concept, where else do you get a title? Not at the DMV? Yeah, well, you might get a title for the car too. But I think the person is going to receive a letter from the lawyer and go down, meet with the curator at the museum, and he's going to give you the keys to the car. And hopefully the curator hadn't stolen the treasure out of the trunk. Let's make sure there's nothing in there before we. Damn old age. Yeah. Yeah. It sucks getting old. And I'm hoping if they find out what the bone marrow, my arm hurts, right? The bone. And my bones, my feet hurt. And you got bone spurs in my shoulders. That's why I got to see. And the doctor didn't even put down at my ankles, my shoulder. It's like all of my joints. But this right shoulder's really killing me. And they were supposed to do surgery 5 years ago on it. I had a surgery 6 years ago on it. And they, and, and the guy didn't fix it. So, you know, I'm done. Someone else said they were going to come on. So, I'm going to get off so somebody else can do their stream. Oh, bueno. Oh, good, yes. I know a little bit of Spanish. Damn old age. All right. Oh, have a good night and a good week. It's Sunday. I have VA calling me and telling me they can't do dick again. You know. Oh, we can't get you an appointment within 86 miles. Oh, I'm so fed up with it. I had to fix some dinner. I'm hungry. Bye-bye.